Let's get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube. What's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. And yeah, man, let's run through a few games here as you see me right here in my Giants white with a good user tackle right there, good switch stick, but lazy on the switch stick. Once you go up, once you take away one route, the purpose of the switch stick is if the ball hadn't been thrown, I have to make that switch to the safety right there. That's totally on me. That was really good defense, poor execution on my behalf. But see me right there, good execution on this one right there as I'm able to take away enough of the routes and force the deeper throw. Good click on right there by Simmons. You see I'm able to get myself into position and go up vertically on that route. All right, so first down right there. We're going to hit Shockey out there with a nice comeback route against man-to-man. Just trying to set the tone for the game. Good inside zone right there. Good pickup of 6 yards. So now we're at 2nd and 4. Drop back and catch my man G-Pick right there in the slot right there with the comeback route for a good pickup, good first down. Gets us down to the 25. Man, my run game of late is just... well, I'm not going to say it's non-existent because I'm still breaking runs, but it just seems like it's not what it used to be. Maybe a sign it's time for CJ to, give way to Cam Scatterboo, get back on this Giants theme team. I had Cam once before, man. He's a baller. But good pass right there to Plaxico, right out there in the slot on a good comeback route. Gets us, into the end zone. He comes back out, good defense right there on first down. Man, I was way too indecisive about whether I was going to click to the guy or, whether I wanted him to stay in coverage or not. But good defense right there on the next down. Thought I was going to make the quarterback fumble a little bit right here. Now we're getting a rhythm and a pace for what he's doing. You see me with the good switch stick to Cam right there, and nice athletic play right there, picking off the, I don't know what route that was, but it was a good play being underneath and actually being able to get up in the air and actually make the play and catch the ball. Yeah, it's an underrated part of the game, I guess, when it comes to interception, is actually catching the ball. Yeah. All right, so good pickup of 8 right there on first down with the drag. What am I in right here? Trying to catch him with my little cheat motion play right there. Just trying to, pick up the first down. Nothing too fancy right there as we go down into the 2-minute warning of the second half. And so, what I'm saying, 7-0. And I guess at that point he was just like, forget it. Who cares? All right, so cool. All right, so moved on to the second game right here. Man had Peyton Manning out here in the Packer gold. As I come out on first down right there, and good defense by him. I really thought my receiver was on a deeper comeback. Second down right there, good hands by Caldwell, defensive tackle. A little pump fake right there. Caught him with the return route, which means I threw it way too late. But was able to, get it back on fourth and 5 right there with a good comeback right there in the slot. Come back out right there on the first down. Good defense by him on the return route. So he's doing a good job of covering some stuff. And so, like, on the game, what I try to do is I'm like, okay, if he's covering one thing, let's go through all the other stuff. If he's covering comeback routes, is he giving up, the RPOs? Is he giving up, the flat routes to the running backs? And it's basically like you just kind of go through, your game plan and essentially trying to just find and to be able to poke a consistent hole in his defense somewhere. And so that's what I'm doing right here. Yeah, a lot of these route combinations, I'm just trying to find something right there as I'm able to catch, I think that was Plaxico right there in the slot with a good comeback route, gets us down to the 4-yard line, and, give it off to CJ2K, gets us in the end zone right there. So puts us up 7-0 as he steps back in the pocket. Good defense. Again, me being lazy on that third switch stick, man. I am killing myself with that. Just something mechanically I have to figure out how to get to that third guy. Man, what in the world, as my granddaughter would say? Did he even look at the ball? Man, that was a crazy spat catch right there in the slot. First of all, I really felt like I had decent coverage. But nevertheless, we come back out on first down and fumble the ball in the flats. And yeah, anytime they don't show it to you, you definitely lost it. And so, So right now, we went from, being up 7 to now it's tied up, and now he has the ball in our territory, but we're playing some good defense right there. We get him to a 4th and 6, force him into taking the field goal, which is pretty smart right there, considering it was my possession. And so now he's up 10-7 right there. And so, now I'm forcing it. Yeah, I'm basically just forcing it down the field instead of just taking my time right there on first down. So gets us to 2nd and 10. And again, like I said, I think I'm forcing it right now. I have the drag routes. I have the stuff underneath. And it's right now I'm just kind of a little bit, just a little bit ticked off at the effort. But good return route right there. Again, once you just got to figure out what's open, took the return route. And my thing is like, okay, he hadn't really guarded the RPOs and the little bubble screens the whole game. And so get back to it a little bit, kick it out to CJ right there in the flats, first down, pick up a 5 and get us down to the 41. And so again, I'm just, hey man, if he's not going to stop it, then I'm just going to keep doing it, get us to a 3rd and 1 situation down at the 37. And so again, it's like, all right, he's stopping other stuff, but I don't know if it's because he knows it's coming or he's just guessing right. But at this point now, I'm just trying to find some clear windows right there. Good comeback right there down to the 20. Good return route right there. Harold, come on, bro. Give me the speed boost glitch, man. I guess you're not. You bigger guys just can't do it like that. Maybe, I don't know. Why am I doing that? Okay, I don't have any timeouts, so got us down to 15 seconds, no timeouts, and took my time right there. Found CJ right there on a good Texas route with a nice spat catch of his own. So 13-10, and we're okay. Yeah, that's why I cut that off. All right, so I forgot he bowed out of that one right there at the end of the whatever that was. And so going to the third game right here, this one right here was an interesting one. I almost cringe watching some of the plays in this game. And the first one right there off the rip is my safety just kind of stood there and just watched things develop right in front of him. I played some really great defense right there, only to not get the interception, is par for the course. And so now I already know, I'm like, okay, this is going to be one of those games. Good run by Love over there on the left side. It was a good tackle attempt, just couldn't get there. Man, I hate when they miss that tackle right there in the backfield. But good defense as he finds the guy open in the flat, on the little short crosser. But unfortunately, he was crossed the line once he made the throw. Watch me switch stick over the roll right here. And I already see what's coming. I'm like, he's going to try to get that guy coming back to the ball. And I cut up underneath it, but of course we just don't get the pick, and that's just how things roll out here. Screen pass right out there to the left. You see me click on, man. That's one thing I do. I'm gonna click on. Even if I miss the tackle, I'm just gonna click on to the next guy. I'm always gonna click on. You'll never ever in life catch me clicking off on a catch or to make a tackle or because I feel like I can't make a play. If anything, I'll mess up a play clicking on before I not make a play, not trying. It's just that's in my blood right there. Oh, come on. My safety just stood there and watched the ball, man. That is crazy that he just stood there and watched him throw that pass, and that was really the only guy in the area for him to guard. Good stick nod right there, on the out. And then once again, like I said, man, he is not guarding the flats, either the cheat motions or the RPOs as he hands it off, and we just take the worst possible tackling angles we can find known to man or woman, and just give the lead right back. I mean, it's just, yeah. It's like, I don't know, man. This game sometimes, I don't know. All right, so, all right, come out to the flats right there, getting towards the end of the first quarter, get ourselves up to the 40-yard line with a pickup of 5. Good return route right there, which gets us down to the to my opponent's 43. And so we're doing good right now. Right now, actually, we're trying to take our time a little bit, burn a little bit of clock as we want to, score and leave him the least amount of time as possible. Get to a 2nd and 1. And these are all good situations because we're picking up first downs. And, I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I feel like I can get in the end zone. That's why I'm running the ball and trying to take my time, because I just feel like there are some just holes that he's just really leaving open. I just have to just slow myself down from trying to go down the field so much. Slow it down, get into the run game a little bit. Nice little shaky moves right there. Pacing myself, with CJ, get ourselves into the end zone and tie it all up 13-13, kicks the extra point, go to 14. And so first down, he made, whoa, man, I felt, man, I had the animation on that and everything. And so as we getting towards the end of the first half, yeah, that was a critical play right there. Is he's driving back right now. He's running the quarterback. Good throw right. Man, oh, boy. This game, man, I tell you. This game. That's all I can really say is this game. But nevertheless, I guess they felt sorry for me after the other 2 plays and gave the ball back to me right there. And so in a good situation right here, as I find my guy on the comeback route right there in the slot, turn it up, Harold, and he could go. No. He's just not fast enough to get off into the end zone, but that's all good. Just gives us some time to waste a little bit more time. As we already have the lead, worst thing that's going to happen is we're going to kick the field goal, although we're trying to get into the end zone as we hit Harold out there in his slot right there on the quick out or the quick flat pass right there into the end zone. So now we're up 20-13. Now it's all good. It's 12 seconds left. And so he hasn't really, he's made a few passes here and there, but as it comes back out, last play of the half, and he drops back, just throws it up. And so my thing is just click on, make the play, and man, get what? Yo, man, yeah, huh? Yeah, man. Yeah. We have got to find some better activities to do in our spare time. For real, man. I'm serious. I can't. Yo, this right here, man. This game here is just I don't know. All right, man. So 21-21. You see me hit the fade right there. So now I'm already, back down to his territory. Right now I'm like, all right. He hadn't stopped the RPO all game, and then he almost got a pick 6 right there, which would probably have sent me off the deep edge at that point. I'm glad he didn't get that, because I probably would have lost it, as I did on that play right there, because we simply just did not attempt to get the catch whatsoever. However, it gets ourselves down to the 11-yard line, 3rd and 3. Nice, shaky, under control jukes with CJ get us into the end zone. And so now we're up 27-21 as we get towards the end of the 3rd quarter. Good defense right there. Got the late knockout. And so 2nd and 10, he rolls, throws it off in the flats. Boy, I really felt like that should have been a fumble. Good defense right there, man. Just decide to send some heat and also drop a guy over there in the flats, which gets us to a 4th and 15 right here. And so now we know he has to go somewhere up the field as we play that. I don't know if that was a running back, like the little side streak or whatever that he runs or whatever the case was. But yeah, we were kind of on that. Get it out to Shockey right out there on the drag route, gets us another first down. And so now, yeah, we're just taking our time. Of course, we're going to go back to this cheat motion play and make sure that we stay in bounds to keep the clock running. And so right there, catching with a nice seam streak. And so now we put a little bit of distance between ourselves and our opponent. And yeah, like any good Madden player should do, he bows out right there in the third quarter. Anyway, man, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. You enjoy your Sunday, boy. About to throw these ribs on this thing, man. It is your boy, Coach. I'm out.